Hey, what's up guys? Let's talk about the up and coming elf hunt, what to expect and how to prepare yourself. So let's get right into this. This is going to be based on the last elf hunt. So last year we got a calendar very similar to this, which was placed outside the Bloxburg hall. And each day after an elf appeared on the map, you would be able to open one of these doors to give you a clue if you were struggling and you couldn't find the little bugger. So guys, it's pretty simple. So last year when the hunt started, you had to go to this calendar and talk to this granddad elf right here. When you clicked on him, he said he wanted a cookie. So you basically had to go back home and bake yourself a cookie. You may be wondering, how do we know what cookie to give to the elf? And unfortunately, we do not know which cookie we should be baking. It's kind of trial and error. And on this occasion, we're fortunate that Grandad Elf wanted a standard chocolate chip cookie. So the thing is, guys, Grandad Elf wasn't the official elf that we had to find. After we gave Grandad his cookie, he then told us we have to find the official elf. So what you have to do is go around the map and try to find this elf. Now to find the elf, what you have to do is put your volume up, and once you're near the elf, you will hear a jingling sound. And Bloxburg made it really easy last year because the elf was literally behind this calendar on top of a tree. Now after you have located that elf, you must give it its cookie to claim your free Bloxburg cash. And here you will see the elf is sitting on top of the tree, and once it gets its cookie, in return it will give you Bloxburg cash. So usually you will get about $2,500. So now that you found the first elf, you will now have to wait around 24 hours in real life for the next elf to appear. To find that second elf, you will have to run around the map like crazy. No one knows where its location is. It's just a matter of listening out carefully, and once you're near the elf, you will hear a jingle sound, and that's an indication that the elf is pretty near. So like I mentioned before, the main problem is we don't actually know which cookie the elf wants, so it's a matter of trial and error. Now what you have to be really aware of, guys, is that if you bake a tray full of different cookies, for example, and you find the elf, you will not be able to take one of these cookies and trial them out on that elf. Basically, you will only be able to give the elf the one cookie that you are carrying. Maybe a way around it is to have a friend with you with a tray of cookies, and they can pass one cookie at a time to you and you can trial it out on the elf. This will probably save you having to go back and forward to your house trialing out different cookies. But of course, if you wanted to save even more time, all you got to do is turn on your notifications for my channel, because I will be uploading each elf location and letting you know exactly what cookie or drink the elf wants every single day until the elf hunt ends. Now you may also be thinking, what on earth is this calendar for? So a day after the elf appears, you'll be able to open one of these doors, and of course it will be in sequence. So after elf number 1 appears, the following day you will be able to open door number 1, and inside this door will be a clue. Yes, it will just be a clue in case you don't have access to social media, YouTube, etc. It will give you a clue on where to find elf number 1. Last year behind this door was a present, and behind this actual calendar there were a load of presents, and this is where elf number 1 was found. So to summarize, door number 2 will open a day after elf number 2 appears. Door number 3 will open a day after elf number 3 appears, and so forth. So this is just really handy for anyone who needs that extra little bit of help. And if you're not following my channel, you definitely want to subscribe if you haven't already and turn on those notifications, because like I said, I will be dropping every elf location on a daily basis, guys, so you definitely do not want to miss out. So last year a bit of a twist was added to the elf hunt. Angry elves were added. So what this meant is that if you gave one of these angry elves the wrong food or drink, it would actually put some sort of curse on you and something weird would happen to you. So here my screen has got all weird, and then one of the angry elves turned me into a snowman and a present. And I'm not gonna lie, it did make the hunt super fun. Another point that I did actually forget to mention, the elves don't just take cookies, they also take different types of foods, including drinks, so do bear that in mind. Another important thing is that you have to try to get the elf as soon as they spawn, because this means you will get more Bloxburg cash. The longer you leave it, the less cash you will get. Another thing, guys, it means that you won't get the best trophy. You could end up with a silver trophy rather than the platinum. And make sure your notifications are on, because I'm going to be dropping the locations as soon as those elves have spawned. Also, another thing that you've got to be aware of, guys, is that you have to do this elf hunt in the correct order. So as soon as elf number 1 spawns, you have to find that elf first. You cannot skip to, say, elf number 3 or elf number 4, then come back to elf number 1. It must be in the correct order, because if you do try to do this, basically the elves will just not take your cookie or drink or whatever it is you're trying to give them. So do make sure you're completing this elf hunt in the correct order, guys. One last point I want to mention, which is really, really important, is that you need to get your cooking skills up before that elf hunt begins, because a lot of the seasonal items require you to be at a certain cooking level. Some of these items may need to be given to the elves. I suggest you do a few hours a day and really grind. I do have a video on my channel. I'll link it in the video description below if you do need some help on that. Yeah, guys, you really need to get onto it to complete that elf hunt. Oh my gosh, I thought that was actually the last thing, but I promise, guys, this is literally the last thing that you need to do before that Christmas update drops, as well as getting your cooking skills up. As soon as that Christmas update drops, guys, get cooking. Start baking a load of cookies, cakes, all the seasonal items, and have them ready and prepared, so when the elf hunt does drop, you'll have them to hand. Honestly, it would save you so much time. Alongside this, make sure on your plot you have a mood station along with a motorcycle or anything else to get you around that map quickly. Finally, I think it's time to summarize all of this information. It does seem like a lot, but trust me, it's super easy, guys. So number 1, you must make sure you get your cooking levels up to scratch before that Christmas update drops. Next, prepare and cook all of the new seasonal items as soon as we have that update, and make sure you have a plot which has a mood station plus some sort of vehicle. Now, point number 4 is to make it super easy. I will do all the work so you don't have to. So basically, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe now and turn on your notifications, because I'm going to be dropping each elf location on a daily basis and telling you exactly what food or drink it needs. All you have to do is wait for me to upload and follow along. But remember, guys, you have to find each elf before the next elf spawns the next day, or subsequently you will get a lot less Bloxburg cash. But if for some reason you do decide to go and do this elf hunt alone, what you have to do is turn up your volume up on your device and basically drive around the map until you hear a jingling sound, and that will indicate that the elf is pretty near. Obviously, there won't be any clues as to what cookie or drink the elf needs, so it will be a matter of trial and error. But obviously, you guys shouldn't have to worry about that. Just leave all that to me, and all you got to do is follow along. Anyway, guys, I hope this gave you a good insight and an idea of what to expect. Thanks for watching. Please give this video a like if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!